Okay, guys. All right, so got off the field. What a beautiful night. I think I'm going to say that every day. But a beautiful night. Excited to. I just told the guys it was the halfway point. Practice 7. So we've got 7 more and then the spring game. So we've got to do our best to get better every opportunity here because they're going to start running few and far between until training camp. So we got to do a great job right now to find every opportunity when we're out here on the field to improve. And I think we did that today. I saw some improvements on both sides of the ball. Just have to continue to play smart football.
Was there another installation today?
There was. How'd you know? Yeah, there was. As we used that period early on in the middle of practice, was to use that time to now walk through the installation that we put in the meeting room yesterday, and it was a substantial one, and the guys got a lot out of it. We were able to practice a lot of those plays today, and I think as we keep building, we don't have much installs left, so now we can maybe 1 or 2 more installs, and then we'll have about 4 or 5 more days to be able to practice.
In light of what you said the other day about being frustrated about the offense, do you feel like in any sense that they're thinking a little too much out there, that they're...
No, I think it's kind of normal, really. I mean, I think I would be crazy if I just walked out here every day and was just like, we nailed it. You know what I mean? So, we got to keep going through this process. We got to keep building. We got to keep getting better. Both sides of the ball does. And, but with offense, it's such everything has to be perfect all the time. So they are thinking, they are learning, and each day they're going to improve upon that. And that's why we walk through, and that's why it's going to be huge for them over the summer to really get that extra time in on their own as players to really keep studying.
Comparatively speaking, how large is your playbook?
In comparison to other playbooks of my own, or
Well, I mean, how much are they learning on offense? You see some teams they'll run like 5 plays and then mix up, formation.
yeah, I've never been in one of those systems that is they have their own unique way of doing it. Maybe less plays, less verbiage, more of the same formations, and do it in a certain manner. We don't really do it that way. I've told our guys that, we hope that when they walk out of here, they're ready to walk into any NFL camp and be very comfortable with whatever verbiage, whatever coaching techniques, whatever coaching style, and how they have to learn a playbook. So it probably leans more towards that.
How did the hiring of Dwayne Walker come together?
Coach Walker and I were together in Jacksonville in 2013 and 2014. We also, way back in 2004, he was at the Redskins, I was at the Ravens, and we kind of connected, and we just became friends, and we remained friends for a long time. And he and I have had a very good friendship, and I have a huge respect for him. It was very important for me to get someone that's been a former Division I head coach. Also, I love his ability to relate to players. I think he's an incredible teacher. He also worked for Coach Belichick and Coach Carroll, so we have a similar background there, that he understands both dynamics there and different personalities. And then he's also been in the Pac-12 very successfully as a coordinator and interim head coach. So love to have him here.
Why did you want to have a head coach on your side?
As a first-time head coach, you always want to have someone to bounce some ideas off of that has had experiences in some of these circumstances that arise at different times. Coach Brown was a head coach at UMass, won a national championship. Coach Walker, head coach at New Mexico State for 4 years, and we actually hired him away from that when we were in Jacksonville. So built a great relationship with him, and really excited that he's with us.
We talked a lot about the offense. How much of the defense has been installed so far?
I think a lot of the defense has been installed. I think Coach Brown, has put in most of the defense as well. From everything that I've seen, there's a substantial amount of defense in. They've done a good job of continuing to build off of the core that they put in day one. Every day there's a wrinkle or 2 or 3 of some new things that they're putting in. Defensively, you traditionally put in a few defenses and then you have to adjust to all the formations. Offensively, you put in more plays, and then the defense has to adjust to your formations. So it's one of those deals that the offense might put in a 10-play install to a 2 defense install, so to speak.
So as he's putting in his defense and they're getting aggressive, how does that affect what you're doing on offense as you're trying to install? It seems like they're a little bit ahead on defense.
Sure. And that's always going to be the case. I don't think I've ever been at a spring in my life where that wasn't the case, that the offense wasn't, let's say, as we're trying to put plays in, we're putting plays in to beat certain coverages or to really execute the scheme, while defensively they're putting in defenses that are really, going to be attacking to many formations and many plays. So right now, for us, sometimes it's better to practice on air some pass game concepts because we know we're getting certain looks that we want. Other times we're going to practice in one-on-one settings, and then other times team. So they're always going to be ahead defensively at this point in the game. That's not anything rare or anything new. We just need to do everything we can to catch up to that as quickly as possible.
Time for one more question for Coach.
How was your experience at the championship game?
It was awesome, and I guess heart-wrenching at the same time, but I think that there's no doubt they have done such an incredible job there. To have the ball with 6.2 seconds left, a chance to win it is all you could ever ask for. It's like having the ball at the end of a 2-minute drive to win a national championship. It's all you could ever ask for. And they did all the kudos to Coach Barnes, to her basketball team, obviously to Ari McDonald, who's unbelievable. So excited that Sam's coming back. And just, I know that team's going to be phenomenal for years to come, and I plan on being at all those championship games.
Was this the first time your family is at practice?
Yeah, it's great to have them. They just drove in today. So it's excited that they're here, and they're here for good. So they'll be at all the practices. All right, we'll see you guys. Thank you.